Let's watch this one.
You are about to see Johnny's Hilton find out that her son, 17-year-old Connor Hilton, just shot his two best friends in the head.
I'm going to talk to you something that's going to be very hard to talk about. Okay. And I have your son in the back seat of the patrol car because he's indicated to us that he took two people's lives today in your house.
I cannot believe this.
No,
this is insanity.
But the details of this tragedy only get wilder. While Connor unloaded his weapon on two of his friends, a third friend heard everything after locking himself in the bathroom about 5 feet away.
Hello? Hello? Who's in here?
Hello, caller in the bathroom. Open the door. Look at your hands. It's just me. I'm in crutches.
After making sure the surviving friend wasn't hiding any weapons, the officers escorted him outside to take his statement.
As we literally not even 2 minutes of being in the house, we come in, he's on the couch or something, he stands up, I walk right to the bathroom, I have to pee, and then I heard two loud gunshots, and everybody was
so
quiet.
Traumatizing.
And
What
I
the
felt like I
hell?
could hear laughing, but I think it was just them breathing, and Connor was like, what have I done, what have I done, and started crying, and I don't know where y'all found him, but I thought he was gonna shoot through the door or something. And Connor was like, what have I done, what have I done?
Perhaps the most intriguing part of this case is that the shooter, Connor Hilton, had no motive and no history of violence whatsoever. Even when the officers first arrived on the scene, Connor was waiting outside for them and seemed mortified by his own actions.
What happened?
I screwed up so bad.
Somebody hurt? Who's hurt?
Two people.
Two people.
Two teenage males.
Okay. Okay.
I think they're deceased.
I'm just going to detain you, okay?
Yeah, but like the way he's talking is kind of like pissing me off. Like two teenage males, isn't that his like friends? Deceased.
I really have no clue.
Like he's
I need
too
to be
like.
put in a mental hospital.
I need to be put in a mental hospital. Yeah, wrap it up, bro.
Dear God. I'm going to hell.
As Connor waited in the cruiser by himself, it was obvious that he felt remorseful. But as soon as the officer got into the car with him, his tone suddenly changed.
I don't think that's
Where am I being
remorse.
transported to? Friendly. I know this isn't a time to be bringing this up, but are you having a good Christmas, officer?
After just a few minutes, he started to talk about the shooting, only to claim that he opened fire out of self-defense.
We got into an argument. Ethan tried to come at me, and I got freaked out, and he tried to grab for my throat.
What Connor just said was that during the few minutes that he and his friends were at his house, one of the victims, 18-year-old Ethan Riley, started an argument with him. Ethan then became physical with Connor and attempted to choke him. So Connor freaked out and opened fire, hitting both Ethan and the other victim, 19-year-old Benjamin Bleak. But there was one problem. This story didn't align with the evidence at all. Not only were there no signs of a struggle, but the witness who called 911 didn't see or hear any arguments break out.
When I heard him, I was like, oh, maybe he is telling the truth. I'm so like gullible. I don't know. Like I could never be a cop or anything. Like it's just too hard. I believe people. I believe everything anyone
This seemed like a desperate attempt from Connor to justify his actions. When Connor arrived at the police station, one of the detectives was already there ready to swab Connor's hands for evidence.
Hey man, how are you? I'm doing good. Thanks for coming back, okay? Do you know my parents are here? Yeah, I think your mom and dad.
He was then brought into an interrogation room for questioning.
Listen, what I gotta do
Just read me my Miranda rights. I have the right to attorney.
but I'm gonna read them, man.
As they got into the questions, Connor began panicking, so they did their best to calm him down.
Hey, listen to me, Bo. Take you some deep breaths, okay?
I don't know you, man. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get to know you, right? Just trying to understand, you know?
Yes, sir. You just go straight to the chase. No. Just all kind of. Just all that. My idiot self had this stupid finger on the trigger.
For some reason, it seemed that Connor had
Why
forgotten
did
the
he-
story that he gave in the back.
Why did he have a gun in the first place? If he didn't plan on doing anything with it. Like, does he just have it available for use? Like,
Back of the cruiser.
Trying to come at me and I got freaked out.
This claim of self-defense was already hard to believe, but he eventually told the detectives a new story that sounded even more ridiculous.
Tell me how the gun goes off.
It happened so fast. I had it in my hand.
Right.
I really don't know. I was just standing next to Ethan. I don't know, but I heard.
Why did he have it in his hand, though?
To paint a picture of Connor's second story, he is now saying that once he and his friends entered his house, he decided to show off his new gun when it unexpectedly fired. This story could explain how the first shot went off, but what about the second shot?
Right.
So I've got two guys that are both been shot in the head, right? So, you know what I mean? Like, how does that happen as an accident? That's what I want you to explain to me.
With just a little bit of pushback from the detectives, Connor gave in and told them everything.
You know what? I need to be honest with you guys. I just need to be. Oh my
Ew,
god. Oh, okay, I've had homicidal thoughts for so long. I went up. I went up to Ethan and just. I'm sorry for lying, you guys.
That's
I'm really
okay, man.
sorry. I know it's gonna sound really like psychopathic and just like straight up disgusting and just weird, but the idea of murder is just super interesting for me. I don't know why. I don't know why. It is. I don't know why.
What did you think you were going to be able to achieve?
That's so weird how some people are actually like this. Like, it blows my mind how you just like wake up and you're like, oh my god, I want to kill someone so bad. And you like act up on it. And you actually kill your friends. Like, I know that it's like he's basically a psychopath, but it's just so fucking weird that there's people like that just find murder like attractive, like they want to do it. I don't know, man, that's just so crazy.
To help you by doing this tonight? Was it something you felt you had to do to be able to get this pressure off of you?
Yes, you said it right there. Those are the exact words.
As far as Connor could tell, there was no rhyme or reason for his urge to commit murder. That being said, the detectives wondered why he didn't try to kill his third friend, the one
Right.
who was in the bathroom during the shooting.
Right.
He closed the bathroom door, and I thought it was risky to either shoot through the door or go, because he locked the door.
Okay.
And I'm really glad. I'm so glad that he closed the door and I didn't kill him. I'm so evil. I convinced my mom to buy that gun for me so I can shoot somebody. And, oh, this feels so much better.
In retrospect, Johnny's buying her mentally ill and underage son a firearm probably wasn't the best move. But
Yeah.
according to her, she had no
Yeah,
idea
no
about
shit, bro. What? This is so American, bro. Like, this is like the most American thing you can fucking do. Buy a gun for your underage son. Like, what? Like, did she not question it? Like, did she like not question it at all? Like, I don't know. If I had a son and he went up to me, I was like, Mom, please buy me a gun, I would have a lot of questions. Like, why do you need a gun? First of all. I don't know, man. It's just so... I am frustrated watching this.
her son's dangerous mental state and didn't see a problem with buying him a gun.
What was the reason for buying the gun?
Yeah.
He wanted to get it.
However, the investigation would later
What?
show that Connor was seeing a psychiatrist for severe anxiety and other mental issues. Johnny's also allowed
What?
Connor to self-medicate at home with marijuana and alcohol, but this resulted in
What? Okay, put the mom in jail, bro. What? Put the mom in fucking jail, bro. Like, she is as guilty as him. Привет. Я в шоке просто.
Connor forming dependencies on these substances. Despite these factors, Connor's parents frequently took him to the gun range without asking his doctor if he was mentally fit to be handling weapons. On top of all of this,
YouTube тихий. Насколько тихий?
Connor slowly started
Так лучше?
isolating himself from his friend group and began posting videos of himself playing with firearms from his mom's safe. He became hyperfixated on true crime videos, sometimes saying that he wanted to become a homicide detective, and other times saying that he wanted to kill people. And just
He said he wanted to kill people and she bought him a gun? What? She's... Yeah, put her in
hours
fucking
before the
jail,
shooting,
bro.
he posted a selfie on Instagram with the song Who is Freddie Dredd playing in the background. And the lyrics were about killing people. It was clear that Connor had an unhealthy obsession with the content he was consuming, and it seemed that Connor's parents didn't see his concerning behavior as a cry for help.
What I did was wrong. I need to do the punishment. I know that. But I also need help. I need some help.
The interview was wrapped up, and Connor was escorted to a holding
Okay, like they should put the mom in jail. Like she bought him the gun. He was seeing a psychiatrist because he's been having mental issues, and he also told her that he's been thinking about killing people, and she fucking bought him a gun. Like what?
cell at the Friendswood Police Department. While he was in jail, he made a phone call to his mom telling her the same things he told the detectives.
Mom, I need help.
I know, sweetheart. It's okay. We'll get it for you, okay?
I did a very bad thing.
The next day on Christmas Eve, his parents were able to post his $1 million bond, allowing him to spend Christmas Day at home,
What?
the
They
same
paid $1 million for him?
home where the shooting took place. At least until 6 p.m., when he was indicted for murder and the police were back at his doorstep to arrest him.
Somebody spotlight these windows.
With their guns drawn, Friendswood police swarm the home of a 17-year-old, now murder suspect.
He's 17! He's 17. She bought him a gun. And he was allowed to smoke marijuana and to drink because of his mental illnesses. Told his mom that he wants to kill people. She still fucking bought him the gun. And she is not in jail, and he has to go to jail. Put all of them in jail, bro.
Still no movement from inside the home. The officer gets back on the bullhorn.
We have a warrant. Come to the door. Now.
Johnny?
Yes, sir.
Hey, is he here?
Where's he at?
Where's he at?
There, he's right there.
Hey.
Hands. Show me your hands. Turn around. Face away from me.
You're under arrest for murder, okay, bud?
And he's from a nice family too. Like they paid his bailout $1 million, and he's killing people at 17.
No. Go. Let's go.
No hug. Hey, we love you, Connor. Connor, we're working on it, okay? Be strong.
Connor was escorted to the back of a police cruiser yet again and sent back to jail. The next day, he pled not guilty to his charges. Another $1 million bond was set, this time with strict conditions, including 24-hour house arrest, a GPS monitor, surrendering his passport, no social media access, and no contact with the victims' families.
Are you Connor's parents?
No, ma'am.
Are you family members?
We are.
Any comment about these new charges?
I don't know anything about any new charges.
He was charged with murder.
Okay, yeah.
Any comment on that?
That's not me. No comment. No, ma'am.
What about his $1 million bond? Do family members plan to bail him out this time?
No information on that, ma'am.
Once again, his family posted his bond within days, and he remained at home with his mom while awaiting
They paid $2 million for his ass, bro.
his trial.
I've met with him on multiple occasions, and he comes across as a very remorseful, we'll say, very, very remorseful young man who is just kind of one of your typical 17-year-old high school students.
No, he's not.
So it was very shocking. We are just now getting the evidence in the case. It really does, in my opinion, support the idea that this was a very, very serious mental health episode that caused this.
While Connor's defense team started preparing...
No fucking shit, bro. Put the mom in jail. Put her in fucking jail. Put the dad in jail too. Why the fuck would they buy him a gun?
For trial, his peers at Friendswood High School were still processing this tragic event.
You see it everywhere on social media, on news articles. Everyone's talking about it.
Senior Alex Liaviondo says he knew victim Ethan Riley for years. This is a photo of the 18-year-old from a GoFundMe page set up to help pay for funeral expenses.
I have him in my English class, and I'm just going to look around. It's just going to be an empty seat. I don't think I'm ready for that.
Friendswood police say Riley was fatally shot last Saturday by 17-year-old Connor Hilton at his family's home here on LaSalle Street.
It's very tragic.
On August 25th, 2025, a hearing was held to decide whether or not the defense could introduce a certain witness during the trial, Dr. Doug Bremner. Dr. Bremner is a professor of psychiatry and radiology at Emory University's School of Medicine. His professional opinion was that at the time of the murder, Connor was in a state of psychosis due to his acne treatment. This opinion was based on a study Dr. Bremner conducted in 2005, which concluded that the chemical in Connor's acne treatment had major effects on the human brain.
There's the brain on the left before treatment, and then after 3 months of treatment, you can see there's a visible decrease in function in the upper part of the brain.
Why is not important what we've been talking about?
Because we know
Okay,
that
but
part of the brain is involved in depression.
Does every single person that takes the said acne like treatment do they kill people? This is so BS.
And also impulsivity.
Even right on the packaging, it mentions a possibility of psychosis and violent behavior. Apparently, Connor had used this treatment in the past, long before the shooting, but had to stop because it was affecting him emotionally. However, in January of 2023, 1 year before the shooting, he started using it again. The defense claimed that this was the start of his concerning behavior, and over time, the homicidal thoughts slowly set in. Connor's
like
history with his acne treatment,
year.
along with the fact that the prosecution couldn't pinpoint a motive, led Bremner to believe that Connor was experiencing a psychotic episode at the time of the shooting. However, the prosecution began questioning Dr. Bremner, and it became clear that his opinion was based on generalities and possibilities, not Connor's personal experience.
Said he was psychotic because he was taking the Accutane. I need you to draw a line and explain to me how Connor Hilton taking the Accutane made him insane at the time of the offense.
Well, we know that Accutane can cause psychosis.
In Connor Hilton.
And that's what happened with him.
Have you ever performed a brain scan of Connor Hilton?
No.
To discredit Dr. Bremner's opinion even further, they pointed to a more recent study from November of 2023 that said
Put this
Connor's
guy in
acne
jail too,
treatment
bro.
does not cause an increased risk of psychosis. They believed that Connor's state of mind was crystal clear based on his general wherewithal when the authorities arrived at the scene, and his ability to tell right from wrong.
Dear God, I'm going to hell.
It's so evil.
It was up to the judge to decide what Dr. Bremner's role would be in Connor's trial. It was determined
Jail.
that Dr. Bremner was allowed to testify for the defense, but only during the penalty phase, which would only take place if Connor is found guilty.
Basically, the judge has ruled that it's not admissible to determine whether or not Connor is guilty, but it should be admissible in terms of mitigation. Mitigation meaning trying to lower the punishment that the jury gives him potentially if he's found guilty in the case. While we respectfully disagree with the judge, she gave us a good hearing. She listened to the evidence and she formed her opinion. We respect that.
Connor's trial was just weeks away at this point, and without an expert witness to support their claims, there was a high chance that he would be found guilty and potentially spend the rest of his life in prison. So just
Hopefully.
days later, Connor decided to take a plea deal.
How do you plead to
Yo, what happened? Why is he so chunky now? What? Wait. That's a month? Он ёбнул двух своих друзей, короче. Why is he so fat now?
A chance that he would be found guilty and potentially spend the rest of his life in prison. So just days later, Connor decided to take a plea deal.
How do you plead to
Даня,
each of these
посмотри,
charges?
посмотри, как человек изменился за месяц. В тюрьме. He spent a month in prison. and he got fat.
Guilty?
The deal was that if Connor pled guilty to murder, he would only serve 50 years in prison, and he would be eligible for parole in just 25 years.
The motivating factor above all was Connor. Connor wanted to plead guilty at that point. He didn't want the families to have to come down here and testify and go through everything that they would have to go through in a trial subject to cross-examination.
He doesn't
At
care.
the plea hearing, those affected by Connor's actions were given the opportunity to speak to him directly. The first person to take the stand was Benjamin Bleak, one of Connor's victims. What we haven't told you up until this point is that both Ethan and Ben were actually clinging to life when the first responders arrived at Connor's house. They were rushed to the nearest ER, and although Ethan had ultimately succumbed to his gunshot wound, Ben made a miraculous recovery. He was paralyzed on the right side of his body, so he spent over a month in physiotherapy regaining his motor skills and physical strength. Eventually, he was able to walk, talk, and eat, but his memory from the night of the shooting never came back. He learned about the shooting and Ethan's death when he saw an online news article about it on his mom's phone. In Ben's own words, he was furious.
First of all, stop sniveling, stop crying.
He didn't know that it happened to him. That's even more sad. You have to go through so much therapy. You're just constantly at the hospital, and then you learn that your friend from school tried to freaking kill you and killed your other friend. I'm speechless. What
You
the fuck?
did this to yourself. And secondly, the grief you have caused the Rileys and my own family, I will never forgive you.
After Ben's statement, his mom, Shannon Bleak, who was with Ben every step of the way throughout his recovery, got on the stand and scolded Connor's mom.
We are all living this nightmare
Yes.
because a mother chose not to tell her son no
Yes.
when he asked her to buy a gun.
Yes.
Shame on
Shame
you.
on you.
Ethan's father also said his piece, reflecting on the wonderful person his son was.
I sit here with so much love in my heart for my son, Ethan Matthew Riley. He's a beautiful soul full of love.
This is
and
so
light.
sad.
You could see that light in his eyes. A light that will continue to overcome the darkness of your evil thoughts and actions. I'm going to close with the words that I shared at Ethan's funeral. To our son and brother, Ethan Matthew Riley, there are no words to express how much we love you. You are and always will be our beautiful son and brother and the love of our lives. Our love and admiration for the person you are is immeasurable beyond words. So until the time we can wrap our arms tightly around you, kissing your beautiful face, we will continue to hold you firmly in our hearts. Wherever this earthly journey takes us.
Connor was sentenced to 50 years in prison.
Bro. His parents have to grieve the worst loss of their lives. The other guy is he had to go through so much therapy and shit. And this Connor guy he gets bailed out twice. His parents spent $2 million on him. He's sentenced to 50 years in prison, which is not enough. He should just rot in jail. And he gets fat over a month. He waits for his sentencing for a month and he just gets fat.
For murder and aggravated assault, causing serious bodily harm. But this story doesn't end there. After Connor's sentencing, Ethan Riley's parents filed a civil suit against Johnese Hilton and won. A jury determined that Johnese was negligent for buying Connor marijuana,
Yes.
hosting gatherings where
Yes.
alcohol was present for Connor and
Yes.
his friend.
Does she go to
and
jail
purchasing
too?
a handgun for him,
Yes.
failing to recognize that he posed
Yes.
a potential danger to others. Although Johnese explicitly told the detectives that she had bought the handgun for Connor during her interview.
What was the reason for buying the gun?
He wanted it.
She changed her story completely during her civil suit. Apparently, when she watched that part of her interview, she had no memory of it, and she claimed that she had actually bought the gun for herself, not for Connor. However, text messages exchanged between Connor and Janice showed that Connor had told her to buy the specific gun he wanted. Ultimately, Ethan Riley's parents were awarded $60 million, but it is uncertain how much of that money the Rileys will be able to collect from Janice. Shortly after this decision, Janice Hilton sold her house and moved out of Friendswood. As for Connor, he currently resides at the George Beto unit in Tennessee Colony, Texas, and will be eligible for parole in the year 2050.
He's fucking crazy. The mom should go to jail. $60 million? That's not enough. She should be in jail with him, bro. Да, не что такое праздник говна? Я даже не знаю, как это вести. India Poop Festival? Oh, yeah. I don't want to. No, thank you, bro.
You are about...
No, thank you. I don't want to watch that. Yeah, no, no, thank you. Nope, 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 nope. Нет, спасибо, нет, спасибо. Я такое смотреть не хочу. Не надо. Да фу, это ужасно. Да фу.